Good morning and welcome to Today in L.A. That's Lower Alabama. My name is Mike Amos. His name is Bill Rice Jr. As we start a Thursday, and ladies and gentlemen, it is a March Madness Thursday.
I got to fill out my brackets when I leave, before I leave.
But the most important thing, pass the word to all your friends. The University of Alabama and Troy play tonight at 6 o'clock from Trojan Arena.
That's the most important thing. That's right.
And we need a big crowd.
Mike, that's called you did not bury the lead. You put the most important thing at the top of the show, and we need a big crowd at that basketball game.
No question about it. In fact, with the school out for spring break, we're gonna have a little bit tougher time drawing a big crowd, and that's why we got to have all you folks to come out and to the game. If my AD is listening, we'd love to have somebody call in and give us a little shot at what's going to be going on tonight. Of course, it's a big game with the in the first round of the women's. I call it the Women's Invitational Tournament. Is that right? National Invitational Tournament.
You got it right.
And of course,
the Women's NIT.
Troy actually got the home court advantage because of their record. Troy's record going in tonight is very impressive, and what I did it doesn't give the record though. And
I think they are
25 and 7, or no, yeah. 25 and yeah. 7,
then they had 23 wins going into the tournament. Then they won 2 in the conference tournament, so I think they got 25 wins.
And Coach Rigsby will be calling in this morning, Coach Shanda Rigsby, and what a great year she's had. And I tell you, if it and hopefully it doesn't end tonight. But even if it does, you've got to call this maybe the best year of Troy University baseball. I mean, women's basketball. They went and almost knocked off one of the top seeds in the tournament, Texas A&M, last year. But this year,
last year they won the regular season, which they did this year. Then they won the conference tournament, which they almost did this year. So, but then they lost in the first round of the NCAA, which they had such a good chance of pulling a huge upset and beating Texas A&M, who I think was a number 3 or 2 or 3 seed.
Yeah, that's right, in the whole tournament. Yeah.
At their court, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was at their court. Yeah.
Right. Maybe not. I can't remember if they play at neutral sites in the first round of the women's NCAA. But then to come back this year, win the regular season again, almost win the conference tournament, lost your best player in the transfer portal to Tennessee.
That's right.
Didn't phase them really. And if they could win, let's say, 2 games in the NIT tournament would be fantastic, I think.
No question about it. But I tell you what would tickle me, and I don't ever root for Jacksonville State in anything, but I would here. They've got Troy and Jacksonville State in the same bracket, and I want you to hear this. If Troy beats Alabama tonight, they'll play the winner of the Jacksonville State Tulane game, which is being played in New Orleans, Tulane's home court. Let's just say if Jacksonville State did win and Troy won, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
2 of the big rivals of all time in small college basketball.
If Troy could beat Alabama at home and then beat old rival Jack State either at home, which would be huge, or at Jack State, what a two game stretch that would be.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. Another thing, I'm looking at the front page of the Messenger, and then on the front page, one of the biggest headlines, it says, free prostate screening at county health department. Now, that sounds, you're laughing, you're joking. Well, this is going to be for men from ages 40 and older, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. At the Pike County Health Department on South Franklin Drive. You know, this is very important.
When's it going to be?
It's going to be this Saturday from 10 o'clock until 2 o'clock in the afternoon from the Pike County Health Department.
Free.
And it's free, and
could save your life.
They do it very fast, and like you said, it could save your life. And of course, the Dr. Thomas Moody, the president of the Urology Health Foundation of Alabama, and of course he urges all men from ages 40 and older to get this test. And like you said, because of the pandemic last year, a lot of people didn't get tested. And
you know, that's a big deal. That a lot of people, they put off medical tests and procedures because of fear of COVID. And people at the time said that, you know, on down the road, 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to have a surge in other illnesses and deaths that are going to come up because they were not treated or diagnosed or found early.
Well, and of course, again, this Saturday from the Pike County Health Department, ages 40 on up, you need to get that tested, and it's easy and quick. So,
well, this is a chance to get it tested.
Sure is. It sure is. And of course, yeah, I was talking about Troy. And wouldn't that be something if Troy could beat Alabama tonight? They play at 6 o'clock from the Trojan Arena right here in Troy against Jacksonville State, who has to play at Tulane. So that could be quite a matchup if that does happen.
I understand you went to the Pike Liberal Arts Pensacola Catholic
sure
game.
Did.
And it was a real good game, but the Pensacola Catholic prevailed.
Yeah, well, Pensacola, one of the top teams in Florida, and you know, they won the game 5-2 against the Patriots. The Patriots played hard though, and a good pitching performance by Drew Felix, and then
Drew Nelson.
God, I do this.
Well, we all remember Drew Felix,
all the time, and I don't know why I can't remember.
Drew Felix played baseball, but he was better known as a basketball player.
Yeah, but of course Drew
Nelson,
who had already committed to Auburn to play baseball next year this time, pitched well. They jumped on him a little bit with 2 outs in the first inning, but he bounced back and pitched very well. He struck out 8 or 9 batters last night. You know, he was.
He didn't go the whole game.
No, he didn't go the whole game. Then a guy named Will
Rice. I can't believe Will came in awesome.
A young sophomore, and pitched very well, and I know the coaches had to be very pleased. Now they didn't throw Press.
They're saving him.
Yeah. They're
Jeffcoat. They're really the number 2 pitcher.
And let me tell you, it's amazing that the Patriots now go on to play in Mississippi, and it's the same high school that Press's daddy played at in high school.
They're playing his daddy's old school. Cool.
From Jones. I want to say it's. I have the hardest time remembering this. It's in Jones County, but I don't know if that's the actual name of the school. But they'll play two games over there against those guys, and from Laurel, Mississippi, and quite a team over there. And you know, of course, Billy Jeffcoat. Press's father had an outstanding career, not only in basketball, but also in
baseball. He was a baseball.
Yeah, he's a baseball player too. Yeah,
well, he is certainly
got
great athlete. His younger son, I understand, is a very good basketball player on the state championship Pike Liberal Arts basketball team. And then his Press, I guess, his oldest son, is an awesome pitcher.
Yeah.
He is, you know, we talk all the time about Drew because he's going to Auburn, but Press Jeffcoat is already signed with a junior college, and
Well,
he has been overpowering so far this year himself.
and it's Pensacola State is who Press.
So he'll be back
with, and very good. I think 3 of those players they played yesterday are going to play there at Pensacola State.
Well, you know that was a good team. They're a private school in Pensacola, but they play in the public school league, and they got outstanding tradition.
And one of the great teams of all time, every year in and year out, is from over at Mariana, and that is a excellent program. They're in that same league with them, and Chipola. Chipola is one of the top junior college programs in the nation. They won numerous national championships, and they're in the same league as Pensacola. So, and that's also you've got Panama City Junior College too. Gulf Coast is also another top ranked program. So Press is going to a good program once he leaves this year. We of course Pike yesterday. Sort of got off slow start, but they started hitting the ball hard, but it was going right at people.
Bad.
They still, I think they had six hits, and I want to say maybe Pensacola, Catholic High of Pensacola, I think had 6 hits, so they evened out as far as the hits. But they scored early and got up on Pike, and it was just a little too much to overcome against a top-ranked program.
Well, I didn't think that they would throw Will in this game. So Will's off to a good start as a sophomore. Really played on the JV last year, and he's just filling out and growing. Will, we were talking about Jeffcoat. He's a 6'4" pitcher. I've been told.
Yeah,
that's the template that the pro scouts really like, the lanky pitcher for some reason. Well, Will Rice he'll end up being that at least that's all.
Press is 6'4", and I want to say close to 65. His daddy was 6'5" or 6'6", so I expect him to grow too once next year in the junior college ranks. But Will came in and got a good little curveball, and he struck out 4 or 5 batters. And I was real proud of him, and he's still getting there. And he's got to get physical. He's got to get strong, and he will. And he's going to play football too. They say now he's getting into football, and hey, they say that his sister is a real good track. And was placed second in a track meet held in
Guten Morgen.
Morning.
Yeah, Eleanor, she's a beautiful young girl. So they are happy that they moved to Troy and Pike Liberal Arts.
Well, that's good. Mike, Pike loses to Catholic High School of Pensacola 5-2, but it was a very well played game, and I can understand that most teams that Pike plays this year, I don't know if they'll be quite as good as this team last night, but at the same time, I felt like that if they played 10 times, Pike might win 5 of them, against this team. So I thought from the, Coach Riddle always said you're best down the middle. I thought from their second baseman, we're talking about Pike's second baseman, to the shortstop, to the center field, excellent center fielder for Pike, and
is that Dr. Bradford's son? Is he the second baseman?
Yes, and he's quite an athlete. And,
he's a good football player.
He really is, and you can tell it by seeing him. He's just a good athlete. He made a line drive catch that would have been a single anywhere else, and he leaped. He leaped 3 or 4 feet off the ground, seemed like, and made that catch. Defensively, I thought he played well too, and hit the ball hard. Pike hit down the stretch, hit the ball very hard, but it went right at folks.
Well, That's all right.
You can't
In a
fault
long
him
baseball
for that.
season, if you play good teams, which Pike is doing, that's what the Rush Hickson has done, is scheduled good teams. You're going to lose some games.
Okay, some other things going on before we get to our brackets, and we're expecting a call from Shanda Rigsby, the head basketball coach at Troy University, where they're talking about their big game tonight at the Trojan Arena with Alabama. Mike, what do you think about that?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's probably the biggest game in Troy basketball history for women's game at home against Alabama in the National Invitational Tournament. I mean, doesn't really get any bigger than that. I can't think of another bigger game.
I agree with you. Did you hear me? I was talking earlier about there's a chance, believe it or not, there's a chance that if Alabama won and Jacksonville State won, Troy won, and what did I say?
If Alabama won.
If Alabama won and Jack State won.
Well, either way. But if Troy won and Jack State won, they would be playing each other at the next ball game, I think, the way the brackets work.
Yeah, I mean, Troy played UAB in the NIT, I guess 2 or 3 years ago when Coach Rigby was coaching. So I would imagine playing Alabama is a little bit bigger deal than playing UAB at home.
Yeah, you're right, and it's going to be.
I mean, Alabama. We mentioned before. Won 2 games in the SEC tournament, beat a ranked Georgia team, beat a ranked Tennessee team early in the year. So I mean, it'll be a really, really tough game, I would imagine, for Troy to win tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and of course, I would think that. And I know Troy played some tough teams, but I would think the SEC is a little bit tougher league than the Sun Belt, wouldn't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Troy beat Mississippi State, and then they lost to Duke and Missouri and Wake Forest and Tulane. I mean, some of Troy's losses were against really good teams. I felt like. I mean, that's why I was kind of shocked that they didn't get an at-large.
Yeah. Well, didn't Troy play LSU?
No.
They didn't. Okay. All right, but we'll.
Troy. I mean, I'm sure Coach Rigby just wants Troy to come out and play their normal style of basketball. What you saw in the championship game on TV against Texas Arlington was not the normal Troy. I mean, they were down 23 points in the first half. Never were really in that game at all. So I'm sure those players are excited to get a second chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Forget about playing Alabama. Just say we are going to give a better showing and not have that indoor season on a note like that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But I mean, if you could draw 2,000 fans tonight with some students out on spring break, that would be an incredible accomplishment for Troy University.
I think it would too.
Well, what about Alabama fans watching? If you want to see the Alabama pull for the Crimson Tide and watch Troy in a beautiful arena, what else are you going to do on Thursday night?
I know exactly. It's going to be a lot of fun, and like you said, it starts at 6 o'clock. And I would think there'd be some television for this game. I don't know if it'll be under ESPN Plus or something like that.
ESPN Plus maybe might be carrying out.
And but now also big baseball game coming up this weekend. Big Sun Belt Conference showdown between Troy University and Louisiana Lafayette, and it's always a tough one in baseball. They're big rivals, and the game starts at 6 o'clock on Friday, and then runs with a doubleheader on Saturday and a single game on Sunday. We hope that they can get in, weather permitted. Now, yesterday it looked like 2 different times it looked like that game would be rained out. And both times the sun came out.
I know it. It poured down about 11 o'clock, and I said, whoa, we thought we were going to get this baseball game in. Maybe we won't. But then it stopped, and the sun came out.
I was the first person at the stadium. I walked in. Nobody else was around, and I think there were a couple of technical people. And I got to talk to some of their people, and when they got there, talking about Pensacola Catholic. And I said, only in Troy, Alabama, would you have gotten a baseball game in today, been able to play. He said, well, when we called about 8 o'clock in the morning, it was raining hard and everything, but your coach kept saying, hey, You could Troy's a different ball field than anybody else's the way it drains, and sure enough, even after that last rainstorm, it dried out. And
well, Pilot Blocks, they have a tarp, which makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Well, now they played at Troy.
Oh,
yes, sir. They moved that game. They moved it.
You buried the. We talked about doing that, so they did do that.
Well, they changed their mind one time, and then they came back, and after a heavy rainstorm, only in Troy, Alabama, could you have played the game, and they did.
They played it at Troy University.
Well, no, I don't know if it cost anything. I think they just let them use it.
Yeah, I hope they did. Yeah.
I don't know. Probably.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you, it didn't cost them a dime. Troy University.
It's the city of. They got a good partnership with the city of. And how many students has Pikeville Arts sent to Troy University through the decades? They better cut Pikeville Arts.
Well, I'll tell you this. Another thing too about it.
About 25 in each graduating class. That's probably about 100 every 5 years or 4 years.
Yeah,
they got about 45 in graduating classes now.
But I'll tell you this, this is a very small school compared to Pensacola Catholic, but they played head to head with them, no question about it. But again, this big basketball game.
So Will Rice got to pitch at Riddle Pace Field.
Yeah, that's right. He pitched on the mound. On that mound.
The same mound that Danny Cox pitched on.
Well, it might be a little different, but
the mound's probably the same. It's in the exact same spot.
Yeah, you're right. And
who else pitched on that mound, Michael?
Oh gosh.
Kenneth Carter, Mike Lott.
Yeah.
Some of my Troy buddies.
Yeah. Both of them are not with us anymore.
I know.
Both of them are great little players, no question about it.
Yep.
And so, Ricky Knotts.
Who was that guy that pitched for the Cardinals?
That Bo Jackson played on.
Yeah, that's right. It was.
But they're still talking about the home run Bo Jackson hit today.
Hit over that.
Were you there? You were there.
Right field. Yeah, I was there.
It's like the natural. Didn't he hit it over the lights?
He had that football season ran the wrong way, and all you could hear when Bo got to the plate was "Wrong way, Bo! Wrong way, Bo! Wrong way, Bo!" And Willie struck out the first 3 times. The little left-hander Warren. You remember Warren, Michael, little left-hander?
Yeah.
Rob Warren. Well, he had his number, and people kept egging it on, and Bo came up for the last time, and he hit a line drive over the scoreboard and right. It looked like it was still rising before it went over. It probably about 450, probably.
That probably was. They say I've heard people say it might be the longest home run ever hit at Troy.
And I think Troy with Rob Warren won the ball game too. That was another great.
The crazy thing about it is we were like playing cup ball.
That's right.
Like we normally did behind the business team's dugout, and so Bo Jackson, just like every other player there, had to go walk out of the dugout, walk around behind the concession stand to go to the restroom. We talked to Bo probably twice while he was going to the restroom.
Back then, Bo.
Isn't that crazy? That was the only bathrooms there.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only bathroom there. Yeah, that's right.
Here's my Bo story.
If you were going TT, that's where you did it.
Yeah. Bo played for 1 year with my good friend Kyle Ingalls, who played baseball for Auburn for 1 year. Might have been for 2 years. He walked on, but he ended up starting and playing a good bit because he was a great high school baseball player.
I remember that.
And so Kyle got to know Bo a little bit, and he said one time after a game, Bo was teasing around, and they're getting ready to get on the bus, and he was talking to some Auburn teammate. He said, "You ever held $1 million in your hands?" And the guy said, No. He said, "Well, here, hold this," and he stuck up his leg and let him hold his leg.
Well, back then, and a lot of people don't realize that Bo had a hard time talking. He stuttered.
Had a very bad stutter.
Bad stutter. Even then, Bo had to work on it.
He did.
And he whipped that pretty much too.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough condition to have.
He was one of the great athletes of all time. If there's any athlete better, I'd like to hear it as far as just being a great athlete.
I know. I mean, as far as being powerful, fast, could play. You ought to hear people talk about him in track. Here's the first time I heard of Bo Jackson. I was a junior in high school. Bo must have been a year older than me. And my friend John Clark, Reverend Clark's son, was a really good athlete. He was the backup quarterback on the state championship team, and later was a starting safety. But John's big thing, he ran the hurdles in track, and was really good. And he qualified for the state. He went to the state, and he might have finished 7th or 8th in the state. But he came back raving about this athlete from Bessemer named Bo Jackson that just blew everybody away in every event.
His real name was
Vincent Bo Jackson.
Vincent Bo Jackson. Yeah.
If he would have trained for a couple of years in the decathlon, he would have run away with the Olympic gold medal in the decathlon.
All right, we're going to have to get to our brackets because Coach Rigby is going to be calling in this morning. So let's get started. You got your bracket, Mike?
Give me one.
I'm actually filling mine out as we speak.
All right, okay. I've got mine, and we're going to start right here with the West region.
Oh, I got the WNIT. You got another one?
Yeah, I got another one. Here.
I meant to do it yesterday. That might be it.
Here, I got one right here. I've got one right here. You can have right here.
All right.
What'd you get there now?
I got the women's NIT. Okay, this is
there we go. All right. And we also, first of all, we're going to have to get through the walk-in games.
Well,
I believe
last
that's
night, unbelievable game. Notre Dame beat Rutgers in double overtime, so Alabama will play Notre Dame. That's official now. Also, Bryant was beat by Wright State last night. Troy used to play Wright State back in
I remember that.
the Trans-American or Mid-Continent Conference.
And didn't Texas Southern win the first one, too?
Yeah, Texas Southern won, and then Indiana held on against Florida.
All right, here we go. We got to move on. Let me just say this. Of course, we appreciate our show brought to you by our premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks on the bypass in Troy, where they've got a sale that you just will not believe right now. So drop by and see them and drive away in one of those beautiful cars or trucks at Premier. Remember, nobody beats a deal, a Premier deal like a Premier deal does, like Premier does. All right, here we go. Here's your first round of the brackets. Let's get going. All right, we do know that who the play-in is, and we did not count the play-in as a regular game. We did not.
Well, we can now count it since we haven't done it yet. We know
the play-ins have nothing to do with the 64 team bracket.
So it's now Alabama. We know it's Alabama playing Notre Dame. So we just
be careful with your brackets. Your brackets don't show that as well as the other one. All right, here we go.
I picked Gonzaga in the first game. We all do.
Gonzaga against Georgia State, and I think that Georgia State's going to run into that Gonzaga could run into some trouble, but not much. They're 26-3.
That's right. They are from the Sun Belt.
So
they were mighty impressive in the Sun Belt tournament.
I tell you what, though, if that line's in the 20s, jump all over Georgia State.
I agree with you. Boise State against Memphis. Boise State was 27-7.
I'm taking Memphis.
All right, Rice.
Well, I'm going to take Memphis too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Boise beat them. But Memphis.
The game's played out at Portland, a long way.
That's the number 8 versus number 9, and Memphis is the number 9. So we're picking the lower seed, number 9.
Okay.
They're 21-10.
All right, here we go.
Who are you picking, Mike?
I'm taking Memphis.
Circle them, so we can.
I got them. I'm checking them.
Okay.
All right, UConn and New Mexico State. UConn 23-6. New Mexico State 26-9. This game is played in Buffalo, and a long ways for New Mexico State to go.
That's a 5 versus 12. I'll take UConn, the number 5.
I'm going to take UConn, too.
I'll take UConn.
They played probably a little bit bigger schedule. Arkansas 25-8, and Vermont 28-5. They playing in Buffalo.
Arkansas.
Yep.
All right, Arkansas.
Arkansas has been playing well down the stretch, haven't
I'll take Arkansas.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. We'll take Alabama 19-13, playing Notre Dame, who won the play-in game. And I don't know anything about these two teams. I know Alabama. I don't know anything about Notre Dame.
Went 15-5 in the ACC, but the ACC was extremely down this year, more down than they've ever been, really. The fact they played double overtime on a Wednesday night, and now they got to turn around and play on Friday against Alabama. Yeah. I think that can only help Alabama. They got to travel all the way to San Diego from Dayton today too. So I'm going to take Alabama to win the first round.
I'm going to take Alabama 19-13 also to win the game.
Yeah, I'm going to take Alabama too. But Alabama is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. Okay, Texas Tech 25-9. They were good all year against against Montana State 27-7. I'm gonna have to go with Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech probably has the best defense in the country. They can really guard.
All right, how about you, Rice?
I am going to take. I'm going with the favorites, Texas Tech.
So far, that's.
Then, Michael, I think you said a couple of weeks ago, watch out for Texas Tech.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Michigan State, led by their great coach, 22-12 against Davidson, 27-6.
Here's my first upset. I like Davidson. Davidson can shoot the lights out, and Michigan State has a hard time scoring. I've watched Michigan State a few times this year. Michigan State probably got the better athletes. I think Davidson's got the better shooter, so this is my first upset.
Oh, boy. Well, that's going to be a big one. Mike takes Davidson. All right, who do you like, Rice?
Michigan State Spartans. That's where Nick Saban coached there for 7 years.
Well, we're talking about basketball.
Well, Nick Saban coached there. They still feel the force.
Okay, I like Michigan State and their great coach. Yeah, Izzo or whatever.
He was there when Saban was there.
Next, you got Duke against looks like Cal State Fullerton. I guess everybody's got Duke.
But be careful for some of these California teams. I'll take Duke, 28-6. The game's being played in Greenville, North Carolina, same place where we played them, Mike, a few years back.
That's right. Then you got Baylor against Norfolk State. Everybody's going to pick Baylor for one.
Okay, Baylor 26-6, the number one seed now in the East. We're now in the East bracket.
We have moved to the East.
All right, everybody.
Then you got North Carolina, who really played well late in the season against Marquette. Tough game to pick here because the ACC was down so much. I guess I'll go with North Carolina.
That's an 8 versus 9 game. Those are tough ones.
That's right.
That's in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Big Blues. That's Michael Jordan's school. Got to go with UNC.
I'm going to take North Carolina 24-9. Now St. Mary's 25-7 playing the play-in team Indiana. I'm going to take Indiana to win the game.
I'm going to take Indiana too.
Taking Indiana to win the game, Mike.
I'm going to take St. Mary's. St. Mary's beat Gonzaga about 2 weeks ago. They're pretty good.
All right. Okay. UCLA 25-7 playing Akron 24-9. That's I'm gonna go with UCLA. They gave it a ride last year, and they're a good team.
They're good again this year, yeah.
Yeah, I took UCLA.
Me too.
Right,
I call them UCLA.
All right, Texas versus Virginia Tech, and I saw Virginia Tech play a few times. I'm gonna take Virginia Tech to win this game.
This is a 5-11. You're taking the 11 seed. That's an upset.
Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
Yeah, very strange how Virginia Tech wins the ACC tournament championship.
Yeah.
Beats Duke, beats North Carolina. I'm going to take Virginia Tech to beat Texas as well.
I'm going to go against my esteemed colleagues here. I got to go different than y'all somewhere. I'm going to take Texas.
It's what is said over and over again: playing good at the right time.
Yeah, you might be probably right.
You got to pick a lot of upsets normally in the bracket.
All right, here now.
Well, some people disagree with that. To win the bracket, let me tell you all our point system. You get 1 point correct for every first round win you get. You get 2 points for every second round win you get. You get 4 and so forth, and then 8, 16, and if you get the national champion right, you get 32.
That's how ESPN does their bracket.
That's like how pretty much everybody does it. So
Okay. All right. Now here is Purdue and Yale. I'm gonna take Purdue.
Me
Purdue.
too.
This game's been played in Milwaukee.
I did a little research yesterday, and Purdue has several good NBA prospect players.
They got one 7-footer that's real good. Now here is Murray State, the 7th seed. They're 30-2 against Yale.
No, against San Francisco.
No, excuse me, against San Francisco. Excuse me, I'm sorry, against San Francisco, 24-9. A lot of people like San Francisco. I'm gonna take Murray State to win the game and maybe go a long ways in this tournament. They're 30-2. They've got the best record in the conference.
Yeah, and if they win, they'll play Kentucky. Kentucky's a 2 seed playing St. Peter's, so it looks like you might have a Murray State out of Kentucky against Kentucky.
All right.
I'm going with Murray State too.
Okay, let's go to the South bracket.
Well, we forgot Kentucky.
All right, everybody's got Kentucky.
Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me, Kentucky.
That's a 2:15. Kentucky is playing St. Peter's.
St. Peter's, don't you call me 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
All right.
I want to do that for all my St. Peter's crowd out there. All
Okay,
right,
that gets us through the East. Now we're moving over to the South.
All right, the South has Aaron.
And we're just going to pick the first round games.
Yeah, all right, that's what we're going to do.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, we're not going to do our whole bracket? How
Well,
are we going to do that?
Well, because everybody's going to have different picks.
But you
I know, but we've got to pick at least to get us through the weekend, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll go to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, we got to go to the Sweet 16.
All right, are we? All right, we're still in the first.
I mean, I don't know though. For these, I mean, we got to turn in our brackets today though. We can't like dictate what.
Yeah, that's right.
The tournament's going to go.
Yeah,
we could just announce the winners on the show through the Sweet 16.
I'm going to go ahead and fill mine out this
Our
afternoon.
brackets have got to be turned in today.
Okay, You're right. We're going to have to do it today. All right, Arizona, and then we're going to stay in the first round. Arizona 31-3 versus Wright State, and Arizona's probably the team to beat. I'll take Arizona.
Yeah, I've got Arizona, and then Seton Hall against TCU, 8 versus 9. I guess I'm going to go with TCU in a slight upset.
I think that East plays too good a basketball. I'm going to take Seton Hall to win the game.
I've been hearing a little bit about TCU, or was that in Texas? Did I get them confused with Texas Tech or Houston? I'm going to go with TCU, probably a bad pick.
All right, here we go. Let's move on. Houston and UAB. UAB is a 12 seed.
I wanted to go with UAB in this game, but man, Houston is so athletic. I mean, they just destroyed Memphis in the championship game the other day, and I watched them against Alabama this year. And UAB's got Jelly Walker, who scored 40 in the tournament championship, and probably the best guard in the country. A lot of people are saying it's going to be a first-round pick, but I can't pull the upset here. I'll take Houston.
Wow, and UAB has one of the best guards in the country.
Who is that? He scored 40
He's
points?
got a nickname called Jelly. I like that.
The game's being played in Pittsburgh. I'll take Houston.
I'm going to take Houston too, but UAB's good.
All right. How about Illinois, 22-9 against Chattanooga, 27-7. I've got to go with
13.
I've got to go with the Big Ten guy. All right. Who'd y'all take?
I'll take Illinois. Then you got Colorado State against Michigan. You got a 6 seed in Colorado State against Michigan, 11 seed. I'm going to go with Michigan.
Michigan 17-14.
I'm going to go with Colorado State.
I'm going to go with Michigan. I think they'll be shaking it like a leaf.
All right.
All right, this game is being played. Those games are being played in Indianapolis. Also, Longwood 26-6, going up against the University of Tennessee. Oh, Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. I thought they'd sing along, but they didn't. I'll take the Vols.
Tennessee hurt me. I had Kentucky over Tennessee in the SEC tournament, and
They hurt you?
That hurt me.
All right, here we go, guys.
I'll take Tennessee.
All right, Tennessee. All right, Ohio State and Loyola of Chicago. I'll have to go with it.
Loyola Chicago went to Elite Eight or Final Four not too long ago. It was an amazing run. I'll take Ohio State.
This is going to be a tough one here now.
This
I think I'm gonna go with Loyola. I'm gonna go with Loyola in upset.
Good. That's what winners are made of.
Yeah. Who you like?
I'm going with the Big O.
Villanova 26-7. They're a 2 seed in the South.
Playing Delaware. I'll take Villanova.
All right.
Me too.
All right. Now, we're gonna move over into the Midwest bracket. We've got Kansas 28-6 against Texas Southern. I'll take Kansas. Everybody takes Kansas. All right, San Diego State against Creighton. This game's played in Fort Worth. San Diego State 23-8, Creighton 23-11. Creighton's a pretty good ball club, y'all. I'm gonna take Creighton.
San Diego State.
I'm gonna go Aztecs.
All right, you're going with the Aztecs. All right, that's good. All right, Iowa 26-9 out of the Big Ten against Richmond. I watched Richmond play a few times. They're pretty athletic too, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Iowa looked really good. Beat Purdue the other day. They can shoot the lights out.
I'm gonna take Iowa too. Rice.
Yeah, in my research, a lot of people were picking Iowa as a dark horse. I'll take Iowa.
All right, here's one pretty tough one to pick. Providence 25-5 against South Dakota State 30-4.
Mm-hmm.
But who did they play? Who did they play? Give me Providence.
Yeah, I'll take Providence. Next game, I think, is definitely going to be an upset.
Wait a minute, that Rice hasn't made his decision yet. Who you gonna take, Rice?
Providence says pick Providence.
All right. Okay, Mike.
Next game is an upset waiting to happen. Iowa State, 11 seed, playing a 6 seed in LSU. LSU has fired their coach, fired their top assistant coach. I can't see how that's going to gel going into an NCAA tournament. I'm going to take Iowa State.
Well, they, adversity.
11 seed against a 6 seed.
I know, Mike. But adversity brings out the best in a young man.
That's right.
I'm going to take LSU.
I'm going to say
Bum. Go ahead.
I'm going to say the Jimmys and Joes are more important than the coach standing on the sideline screaming at the officials.
Okay.
LSU.
All right. Here's the goodie. Wisconsin 24-7 Colgate. This game's played in Milwaukee.
That's a toothpaste.
I'll take
isn't
Wisconsin.
Take Wisconsin.
Who would bet on a toothpaste brand?
All right, University of South Carolina, Southern Cal, University of Southern California, 26-7, going up against the Miami Hurricanes.
Whew, tough one.
I'll take Miami.
That's going to be tough. Those teams out west are pretty tough, Mike.
10 seed against a 7 seed, but I like Miami's coach.
Well, you can like him. I'm going to take Southern Cal, 26-7.
Southern Cal's going to win the cheerleader battle.
All right. I can't get my hands on it right now.
You going to leave out Auburn against
I know it. I'm looking for Albany. I can't find Albany. Auburn Tigers 27-5, and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks of Jacksonville, Alabama, 21-10. Upset here? No, not quite. I'm gonna take the Auburn Tigers.
Is this gonna be South Alabama upsetting Alabama that time in Atlanta?
Yeah, we were there. We were there and saw it with our own eyes, didn't we?
Well, that was awful.
All right.
I'll take Auburn to win the game, but watch this line too. If it's like around 20, I'd take Jack State.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Well, let me pick Auburn. That's the last pick in the bracket. Is Auburn is the bottom team. Well, Jacksonville State's actually the bottom team, but I think that's a good omen for Auburn to end up being the top team at the end.
Jacksonville State is a 15th seed in that region. Okay, let's get going.
Let's see what the line is on that game.
All right.
Interesting.
All right. Well, that's all pencil in.
We
So
got to
the
move on. The coach
Gonzaga versus it'll be different. See, I've got Gonzaga, Memphis.
Steve be looking for a call coming in from Coach Rigby. Okay, let's go quickly.
I got Gonzaga against Memphis. I don't know who y'all got. I've got Gonzaga advancing. Y'all want
got
to know who y'all
Gonzaga.
advancing?
Yeah, just say who you got advancing.
Yeah, Gonzaga in Memphis, I got Memphis. Okay. All right.
Gonzaga. I got Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. I got Arkansas in the Sweet 16.
Okay, Arkansas.
I got Texas Tech beating Alabama.
Wait a minute. You got Texas Tech beating Alabama. Okay. You got.
Yeah, y'all got to say who y'all have.
I'm gonna take Alabama. I'm gonna take Alabama. Hot shooting. I think they're gonna be the surprise of the Sweet 16. All right. Who you like? All right. Rice. Who do you like?
I like, no, Alabama's too sorry. I got Texas Tech beating Alabama if Alabama even beats Notre Dame.
All right. Okay. You got Texas Tech. Wait a minute now. How y'all doing this now?
Gonzaga beat Memphis or Boise State.
All right.
I got Gonzaga in my Sweet 16. I got Arkansas in my Sweet 16. Texas Tech in my Sweet 16. Duke in my Sweet 16.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right.
You just basically pick who you think's going to be in the Sweet 16.
All right. And I took Alabama then. Okay. Michigan State, I took, who are they playing? Duke. I'll take Duke. Is that right? In the Sweet 16?
That's right, yeah. I mean, I had Davidson, but I mean, it's just, you're basically just telling us who you think's going to be in the Sweet 16 now.
All right.
Baylor against North Carolina.
Baylor, I'll take Baylor.
Well, this is...
Baylor won it last year, didn't they? Aren't they defending champion?
Yeah, they got a couple of guys injured. That's going to hurt.
Oh, okay, that does. Now you tell me. All right. I just got a notion here. No,
Alabama beat Baylor.
I'm gonna take UCLA in my Sweet 16. All right.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right, so here's who I got. I got Kentucky, Purdue, UCLA, Baylor, Duke, Texas Tech. Let's take an upset. Let's take Arkansas and Gonzaga.
I told you I'd go with Murray State, but I've already took Kentucky, didn't I? They're in the same region too, aren't they? That's going to be a great game there, Kentucky and Murray State.
I know this is riveting to the audience to watch us.
All right, so I took Kentucky, Purdue. Excuse me. Virginia. I'll take Purdue. I take Kentucky and Purdue. All right. UCLA. Is that right? I get sort of confused when we get down to this.
I mean, I've got Gonzaga, Arkansas, Texas Tech, Duke, Baylor, UCLA, Purdue, and Kentucky.
Yeah. Okay. Other than in the other round on the other side, the South region, I'll take Arizona. Take Houston. I'll take.
I'm going to take Tennessee.
Tennessee. I'm going to take Tennessee.
I'm going to take Villanova.
Villanova. Yes, Villanova. I'll take that too. All right. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see. I'm going to go down to. That's the easy Auburn. I'm going to pick.
Well, we got to finish up on this round too. I'll take Kansas.
Yeah, my 8 teams will be Arizona, Houston, Tennessee, Villanova, Kansas, Iowa, Wisconsin, Auburn.
Here comes a call in. This could be Coach Rigby. We're going to move it to Coach Rigby.
Good morning. You're on Today in L.A.
Hey, Bill. Will Matthews.
Hey.
Hey, Will. How you doing? We're in the middle of our brackets. You want to play along with us?
What now?
We're in the middle of our brackets.
I sent Michael all my.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'll send them over to Steve. Is that who I'm sending these to?
Yeah, he can do it.
All right.
I have now finished my Sweet 16 for the South and the Midwest. Is everybody ready? Drum roll.
Not me. I still got to go.
Well, I'm going to announce mine when you keep working on yours. All right. I have picked Arizona, the #1 seed, to advance.
Auburn.
I have picked Houston, the number 5 seed, to advance. That's some upsets there. I have picked Tennessee, the number 3 seed, to advance. I have picked Villanova, number 2 seed, to advance. Kansas, the number 1 seed. Iowa, a number 5 seed. And then I'm going to pick, at the bottom of the bracket, I've got Wisconsin facing Auburn in the Sweet 16 to go to the Elite 8.
Oh, boy.
So Wisconsin will beat LSU. There you go. That's all you need to. Let me go. Arizona, Houston, Tennessee, Villanova, Kansas, Iowa, Wisconsin, Auburn. Now these are the games where if you get the you get 8 points if you get the Sweet 16 teams right. So that's actually what matters.
Are we going to stop at this right
here?
We got to go all the way, don't we?
Well, we can if we want to, I guess.
We're going to have to go all the way.
Mm-hmm. I'll just go ahead and it gets easier once you get narrow the teams down.
All right, let's see.
Arizona.
Mike, you really just need to get down to 16 and then see the 6th week.
Well, we got to go ahead. They're right. You got to go ahead and finish them out today, though, so we're all on equal footings. I'm going to say Tennessee stays hot. What do y'all think?
I've got Tennessee in the Final Four in my bracket.
I've definitely got Arizona in the Elite 8.
Okay, I did it. It gets fast.
Arizona's coach was an assistant coach at Gonzaga for 21 years. This is his first time being a head coach at 47. Pretty amazing story.
All right, let's go down to the Elite 8. I'm going to take, you know what? For some reason, I just can't get Tennessee off my mind.
Rocky Top.
They're playing Villanova. Tennessee's going to be playing Villanova. I'm going to take Tennessee.
Tennessee's going to the Final Four.
You picked it too then?
Picked Tennessee, Kentucky, and Auburn in the Final Four, 3 of them.
All right.
Here's where I'm going to beat y'all. I'm going to pick Texas Tech to go all the way to the Final Four. And then I'm going to have...
Does LSU have the guns to go to the Final Four?
No. They don't have a coach.
Yeah, okay. Like I told you, adversity brings out the best in some folks. Oh.
You don't have a win.
You know what? Y'all fit to fall out of your seats. I'm going to take Auburn going to the Elite 8.
Everybody's got Auburn going to the Elite 8, don't they?
All right. All right. And I'll take...
I have done it. Filled out my bracket. It's done. I did it faster than I thought.
Well, I'm looking for another team in the West.
There it is. That's how you do it. Well, I'll tell you who I've got. I've got in the Final Four
Kansas,
Auburn, and Arizona in the Final Four. Look, Steve's nodding his head. I like Auburn. Sonny Smith on our show today in L.A. said, look out for Auburn. They're really good. He didn't say look out for Auburn. He just said they're really good. I've heard that Arizona's really good, but alas, I have Arizona beating Auburn in the Final Four, just like Auburn lost in the Final Four a couple years ago. You know, they could have won, should have won. They got robbed, really. Then on the other side in the Final Four, I've got Gonzaga, Texas Tech in one game, and then UCLA and Purdue in another game. And I think UCLA was good last year. I think they're still good this year. I like their coach. I've got UCLA advancing to the Final Four again. And I've got Texas Tech, who, based purely on Michael Amos saying Texas Tech was good a couple of weeks ago, I haven't even seen them play 1 second, in the Final Four. And I've got UCLA going to the national championship game again, so it'll be an all Pac-12 national championship game. And Arizona is due. I think they've won one national championship. They're going to win another one.
You know, boy, I tell you,
my Final Four is Gonzaga, Arizona, UCLA, and Auburn, so we're very close. I've got Gonzaga and Arizona playing for the national championship, and I got Gonzaga winning it all. Who's going to beat Kentucky? I got UCLA beating Kentucky.
I got Purdue beating them.
Shoot, do you see how poor Kentucky shot against Tennessee the other day? They were awful.
Yeah.
Tennessee, I'm telling you, Tennessee's got the best defense in the SEC. They are great on defense.
I got Tennessee going to the Elite Eight.
I got Tennessee going to the Elite Eight too.
I've got Gonzaga, Baylor, Arizona, and Auburn.
You better put Spain right there.
I just like Auburn's seed.
Yeah, they
Carries
too.
a lot better. I feel like Auburn's got a good road, actually.
Yeah.
No, you've got it all. That's Auburn down
Yeah,
there.
all right, well, I'm sorry. Yeah. I've got Auburn though.
I just feel like if Gonzaga is ever going to win it, it's got to be this year. I mean, my goodness, how many times can you have great teams and not win it?
I can't see Auburn beating Kansas. Do y'all?
Shoot, Kentucky beat Kansas at Kansas this year by 20.
They did. Oh, hey, I'm gonna go for the Auburn Tigers.
I don't even have Kansas getting to the Elite Eight. I've got Iowa beating them.
Oh no.
Kansas is overrated. Do not bet on Kansas getting to the Elite Eight.
All right, I got Auburn. I've got Arizona. I've got Baylor and Gonzaga.
You got to feel like that's
Yeah,
who's
that's right. That's right.
going to win that game?
Exactly. You're
Who's
right.
going to win Gonzaga?
I'll take Gonzaga.
I've got 3 number 2 seeds and a number 3 seed. No number 1 seeds in the Final Four.
I
I
got
got a number 4. I got a number 4 seed. UCLA.
Yeah, I got Tennessee's number 3 seed, Auburn's number 2, Kentucky's number 2, and Duke's number 2.
Yeah, I think Duke goes out the Sweet 16.
Yeah. Okay, I've got Arizona and Gonzaga for the national championship.
We're going to work on your bracket because
Yeah.
you're not moving teams forward. Like you got to write.
It doesn't matter. There'll be so
Right.
many upsets in the first 2 days. Our brackets will be shot, I'm sure. They always
You gotta
are.
move Virginia
But I didn't pick Morgan State. That's
I
who
know,
they
but
played. Yeah.
for me to score it, Virginia Tech, that right there, you got North Carolina.
Yeah.
I thought Auburn played today. They don't even play today, do they?
Who does play today?
Michigan against Colorado State's the first game, 11:15. Who cares, Will? You don't like the NCAA tournament?
This first,
God, this is my favorite. This is my favorite day of the year. I would do anything right now to be in Vegas at a sports book. I would love it.
there's not going to be any big upsets today.
South Dakota State against Providence is 11:40, 12:45. You got Memphis against Boise State, 1 o'clock. Norfolk State against Baylor. You got Tennessee at 1:45 against Longwood. They're 19-point favorite. Iowa against Richmond. Iowa is a 10.5-point favorite. That game's at 2:10. Gonzaga against Georgia State. Now, I'll just tell you this. Georgia State is not bad. They've got a lot of great athletes. Georgia State is a 23-point underdog to Gonzaga.
Take the point.
Yeah, I would too. Hey,
Gonzaga,
Steve, be looking for a phone call.
Gonzaga, this line started at 27.5, and Vegas has bought it down to 23. That tells you something right there.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so. I think
That is not your normal 16.
Is that
seed,
mine
I'll
you
tell
got
that.
over there? Okay.
I think Providence and Michigan are going to lose today.
I've got it confused a little bit because Arkansas and Gonzaga are in the same region, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'll pick Gonzaga to beat Arkansas. All right.
I think Murray State could lose today, too.
And then for the national championship, who did I take here? I'll take Arizona and to beat Gonzaga.
Michael, most of the lines in these games are 15 to 20 points today.
Yeah, But of course we're waiting.
There'll be an upset. There's always upset.
Yeah.
Well, I think, they might play Colorado State an upset over Michigan, but I think Michigan stinks.
Yeah.
They ought not to be in the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, the Big Ten got 9 teams
Thank
in.
you for doing that.
You still got to fill
Okay.
just write the team down.
All right. Well, I got then. Let's see. Right there. I had Alabama going to No, that was Duke.
So, like, who do you have winning Alabama versus Texas Tech? Is it
Texas Tech.
We'll write Texas Tech right there.
And
There you
then
go.
Duke.
And then right.
Duke.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
I think Duke's going to go all the way.
UConn and
Do you
Arkansas.
really?
They'll be in the Final Four, and then I think Kentucky.
I
Indiana.
took UCLA. No, I took Baylor, didn't I?
So who do you have
Baylor.
winning Indiana, UCLA?
UCLA.
All right, so there you go. Then who do you have winning Baylor, North Carolina?
Baylor.
All right. And then Gonzaga and Memphis. You probably have Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga. Okay.
North Carolina Marquette will be a good game. It's at 3:30. North Carolina's a slight favorite, 3.5 points. Connecticut, New Mexico State should be a pretty good game. Connecticut 6.5. Another great game actually probably will be St. Mary's, who beat Gonzaga a few weeks ago, playing Indiana. Indiana's got a big guy that's really phenomenal down low. Then Arkansas against Vermont, very low line here. Arkansas is only a 5-point favorite against Vermont.
I know it. How about Murray and Murray State going up against
Kentucky, you probably pick.
San Francisco?
Murray State against San Francisco was a pick. Now,
man.
Vegas is jumping on Murray State a little bit. It's going up to 2.
They won 30 games.
Who do you think? But you've got Murray winning that game and then
Yeah.
playing Kentucky. So who do you pick on Murray and Kentucky?
Kentucky. I'll take Kentucky.
There you go.
You know what though? That's going to be an upset. Murray might go to the Sweet 16, y'all.
No, they can't beat Kentucky.
You don't think so?
That big guy for Kentucky will score 40 points.
Oh, really? Well, I'll just take it that you know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, you just gotta look at who plays in that conference in the OBC or whatever they're in.
You think Kentucky? So you say Kentucky's going to the? No,
I got them going to the Elite Eight.
Elite Eight, yeah.
I got Kentucky getting upset by Purdue, which I did some research. I mean, about 30 minutes of research. I read about a couple of people's, and several people said Purdue had a talented roster with several good players. And so for some reason I picked Purdue to beat Kentucky, and that got them into the Elite Eight against UCLA, who I think is going to stay hot. Up top, I've got Gonzaga running, being chalk, getting all the way through. But Michael said, I don't know what made you say that, Michael, but you must have watched Texas Tech one time, and you've got them. And I think Texas Tech is going to be the team that slays Gonzaga.
You know what? I'm gonna take Murray to upset Kentucky.
All right.
I got them
Well,
to
go ahead and put
upset
Kentucky. Just write Murray right there and say Kentucky.
Okay, Murray, yeah.
If you get that right, you'll probably win the pool.
To go to the Sweet 16, I got them.
You'll get a lot of points.
And then
we'll all have.
Virginia Tech might beat them there, and I got to pick, don't I? Let's see.
Yeah, so pick Virginia Tech.
You know what? No, let me say something here. I'll take Murray in in that game. I'll take Murray State.
You might be right. They're only they're a number 7 seed, so
Murray State.
You got Murray going to the Elite Eight.
We're going to the Elite Eight. Murray State is going to be the Cinderella team.
Yeah, that's right. You might
to
be
play
right.
Baylor, and Baylor beat them. And then Gonzaga.
So then you put Baylor, draw Baylor in right there.
Baylor, yeah.
That's called filling out your bracket.
Yeah, okay.
You got to write a team on every little line.
Okay, all right. Let's see. All right, where's my? Well, I got them. That's the Final Four right here, isn't it?
You got it. Now you got to pick a winner between Baylor and Gonzaga.
Yeah, Gonzaga.
Right, Gonzaga in there.
Gonzaga in the for the championship.
You hadn't filled those out though, so you got to pick who's going to win Satan versus.
No
you can just do it after the show, though.
All right. Well, right now we're
making progress.
But it is confusing once you get down there.
Once you get past the.
But I've got Arizona easily in the South region. I don't know if they've got anybody other than Tennessee. Tennessee might be a dark horse.
Yep.
Look for the Vols to be pretty good. I've got them going all the way to the.
Final
This
four?
would be is this the Final Four right here?
No, that's the Elite Eight.
Elite Eight. That would be Arizona again.
Write it up
Where
on
are
the
they?
line on one of
Okay,
those two
okay,
lines.
all right,
It's
okay.
like who wins those two games? You see, you got to put a team there and a team there.
I got you. Okay. I'll take Arizona.
We want to everybody remember tonight the Troy game against Alabama will be at 6 o'clock at Trojan Arena.
Yeah.
So hopefully fans will get out. I think kids get in free, under 12. Is that
Yeah, I
right?
think so. And I don't know. Coach is going to be calling in a few minutes. And
Oh,
We're
that's
running out of time for her. We're running out of time for her to call in. It's already 8:05, so we got 25 minutes left.
well, 25 minutes is a lot of minutes on this show.
But
well, that's important. If kids under 12
Tennessee.
are free, I've got two. That saves you $10 right there.
Yeah.
And we need the children to go, and they can say "Roll Tide" and "Go Trojans."
I got Kansas against. I've got Kansas. Looks like Kansas is going to play Auburn, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's probably the way.
How have you not finished your bracket yet?
Well, I don't know. It's pretty confusing.
Yeah,
what
it is
would
confusing.
give
It is.
and that would be. Oh God, Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
LSU, Wisconsin.
You can get general admission tickets tonight for $5, reserve tickets $10, club tickets $15, courtside on the floor $25. Shoot, if you want to rent a suite tonight, you can sit in a suite for $500.
Whoa,
Oh,
man,
my
that's
God.
not bad. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah,
So if you had a company,
or just a group of friends, you know.
yeah, I mean, you could each pony up $50, and you could get a suite if you had 10 people in the suite.
Yeah.
That's the way to go do it.
Yeah. Let's see.
I've never sat at in one of the suites at a basketball game. Have y'all probably have. Mike,
Yeah,
have you?
yeah. I've sat there numerous times, but
Hey, Will,
but I like mine. I like my seats down there on the floor. You know.
Will, are you still on?
Yeah, we lost
He's
Will.
gone. He is gone.
Okay, he sent in his bracket like on 4 different sheets. I don't know why I didn't send just one.
It'll be hard to figure it out, then, isn't it?
Well, it's gonna be hard to read. All right, tell Steve Camp I'm about to send him mine.
Okay. Steve, Michael's gonna send his bracket.
Have we even taken commercial break today?
Yeah, y'all want to take a
Yeah,
commercial
we
break?
are. We'll take one right now, quickly. We'll be right back.
Big discount, big selection, over 140 pre-owned vehicles, and big, really big deals. It's the big sale, only at Premier.com. From Montgomery to Dothan, the best used car prices are at Premier. Save thousands during our spring break sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Montgomery, get ready for WWE Saturday Night's main event. The women of Raw take center stage as big-time Vex, the EST, and the Nightmare collide for the Raw Women's Championship. Plus,
I am a revolutionary. I am a visionary.
Seth freaking Rollins. It's WWE Saturday Night's main event, April 23rd. Tickets and Superstar Experience packages on sale now.
The all-new Troy Regional Women's Diagnostic Center brings all of the latest and advanced 3D mammography and breast ultrasound services to the Troy area in our all-new outpatient facility. Dr. Lauren Thorington, along with our team of certified breast specialists, read your mammograms, which are performed by our registered radiologic technologists, bringing the best in women's healthcare to the Troy area. Troy Regional Women's Diagnostic Center.
I wish you could taste how much better food tastes when cooked on a Green Mountain grill. But I can let you in on the reason that's true. Our pellets contain water, so they create steam while you cook, keeping your food moist. Does a gas or charcoal grill do that? I think not.
Come and see us at Southern Grill and Patio just off the square in Troy.
It's easy. 29 down and drive. That's 29 down and you drive today. Or Premier will double your tax refund on a new vehicle purchase. Tax season is car season. 29 down or $99 a month and drive today. Or double your tax refund. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
No. You had Houston.
Houston.
That's wrong.
I'll take Houston. Back to our show. Still working on my bracket, ladies
Houston
and gentlemen.
versus Illinois. Who do you have?
What now?
Houston versus Illinois. Who do you have?
I've got Houston.
All right. I think that gets you.
I'm at the Elite Eight now.
Now all you got to pick it. So you got Arizona beating Auburn. Is that it?
Yeah, but it's not.
No,
the
no.
Final Four.
Yeah. So you got to pick between Arizona and Auburn.
I'm gonna take Arizona.
So that you are like me. You got Arizona versus Gonzaga for the national championship.
That's right. Exactly right.
Who do you pick?
Arizona.
You like me. I got Arizona. Our brackets are very similar, Mike.
All right. You copied my paper. That's the reason.
We're going to be very close to each other.
Oh, gosh, ladies and gentlemen, if you got confused,
Show them how much chicken scratch it is.
But yeah, you end up picking it all. Michael, today's game's early.
Appreciate y'all's patience with us. This will be the last time we probably do this. But
all right, and let me ask this: has anybody got some real upsets today to talk about in today's first round?
I didn't pick any shocking upsets in the first round.
Michael thinks Davidson's going to upset Michigan State, a 10th seed against a 7th seed.
Here's one thing I learned in studying the brackets and the experts. Yeah, you've got some upsets in the first two rounds, but the games that matter for your point purpose on winning this dang competition, and we're playing for $100, it's getting the largest number of teams in the Sweet 16 and the Final 8.
Yeah. Who's gonna pay me?
The ones of us that get the most teams in the Sweet 16 and Final 8 will probably win. Yeah. So you got to be really careful on who those teams are going to be.
All right, we turn these over to you.
So I kind of picked the Blue Bloods and the good teams to make it to the Sweet 16 and Final 8.
You know, we probably actually have picked some upsets. The only upset that I can see maybe would be Murray State on down the line.
I almost want to change.
Against Kentucky.
Notre Dame will probably beat Alabama as sorry as they've been at the end of the year.
I picked Murray State to beat Kentucky. So wouldn't there be something? Murray State knocking Kentucky out of the championships. Of course, Murray State is located in Murray, Tennessee. Is that right?
Murray, Kentucky.
Murray, Kentucky. Yeah, Murray, Kentucky. Excuse me. But that would be quite an upset there. But Michael, you said something that I'm sure you have aroused several people here. Why do you think that Baylor's got injured players? I haven't heard anything about it.
Well, they lost a guard and they lost their starting big guy. I mean, they've lost players.
Who was the best returning player? Didn't they have one of the returning players that was real good?
Well, they had a guard that they had transferred in that was really good that got hurt. I can't think if maybe he transferred in.
But they had a regular guy, a big guy that was real good.
I'm not sure about that.
Baylor.
One of the big guys got hurt. I've watched Baylor several times this year. I mean, they're scrappy, team that can really, really guard. They've got some guards that can really score. One of their top guards was transferred in from Arizona. They lost one of their big guys. I know that's really hurt them. And then they lost another guy out for the year too.
I was trying to think that the star player off of
Baylor's two star players went to the NBA last year.
Oh, they did.
Let's think about this now though. The headline from the Today in LA game is I have Auburn going to the Final Four. Mike Amos has them going to the Final Four. What about you, Michael?
I've got to go in the Final Four.
So I think Will does too, right?
I can't. Man, Will spent this like on 4 different pieces. This is awful.
Well, try to. Just
anyway, it is a huge deal in basketball if your team makes it to the Final Four. It's the promised land of basketball, and we're saying that we all think Auburn right up the road is going to the Final Four, which happens to be in New Orleans, which means a great trip to
Yes, sir,
the French
for Auburn
Quarter.
folks. Oh boy, wouldn't that be something for Auburn
So it makes
folks?
me wish I was an Auburn fan, because if my basketball team made it to the Final Four in New Orleans, if I had to sell some stocks, I would be going over there.
Yeah, but during all this,
That is a once in a lifetime
If you're going
chance.
if you're going to New Orleans, bring a switchblade or brass
my.
knuckles or something, because you're probably going to have to fight your way on the street.
Oh, I don't know.
Not a real safe place to be.
Mike,
right
the
now.
Oh, really?
New
Even
Orleans
in the French
Chamber of
Quarter with all the
Commerce-
tourists, they don't.
Well, you would hope it would be different. Than,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
regular
just
weekend
that
when
man's
that's going on.
opinion. Just that man's opinion.
I don't think I'm going to be in trouble for saying that New Orleans needs to clean up their streets. I think anybody that goes down there can tell you that right now.
Well, you got to be careful wherever you go. You're right.
Well, anyway, here's what we're saying is Auburn in basketball. Everybody thinks, not everybody here thinks that Auburn is going to have a chance to win a national championship. They're going to be in New Orleans, which is the funnest city in America to go to, except it might be Vegas.
Yeah.
Y'all been to, Michael, you say Vegas might be the funnest city.
Yeah.
Oh, Vegas by far. Vegas, I mean,
Yeah.
it's everything. It's like an adult Disney World. It's the greatest place
And,
ever.
now you're going to Disney World next week. Is that right?
I'm going, here's what we're going to do. Saturday about 3:30 or 4, we're
In
going
the
to wake
morning.
up.
In the morning.
Yeah, we're going to get packed and get ready. About
Oh.
5:30, we're going to pull out of Hillcrest Boulevard, get on Highway 231 south towards Dothan
Yeah,
and
that's right. Get on
Brundage and
10,
Ozark.
I-10, yeah, exactly.
We're going to pass through. We're going to stop at Will's house in Ozark and say, "Hey,
Wake him
Will,
up, yeah.
wake up!" Then we're going to head on to where we go, Tallahassee, and then
Yeah, go to Tallahassee and get on. You go to Mariana and get on I-10.
Okay, you tell me. You know how to do it.
Yeah,
You're-
you go I-10 to 75, don't you? Is that right? That's
I've only
right.
been to Orlando one time,
Well,
two
well,
times.
I think you ought to look at it.
Well, now you have these little devices, and you just say,
It's
"How do you
easy.
get to Disney World?" And then you listen to your device.
Once you get on I-10 West, you're heading to I-10 70. I mean, going to US
I-10.
35 and take a right, and it'll take you straight to.
Don't you want to get on I-70 at some point and go south to Orlando?
No.
What's-
It's not. It's 75. You
Okay,
go I-10
75.
to 75, and you're on your way.
85 is the numbers make some sense. So 85 goes through Alabama up through Indiana
Yeah,
and
that's
Kansas.
right.
75 is right next to 85.
No, 65 goes to
65,
Indiana,
I'm sorry,
and
65, yeah.
85 goes to
Up
Nashville.
the East Coast, yeah.
Well, not Nashville, but goes up the east.
South
east
Carolina, and
Yeah, that's
Washington,
right.
and-
South Carolina and up that way. So
We've
but,
completely confused
do
everybody.
take a map.
What
will
if,
you?
what if we can't find Disney World in
No.
Orlando? That'd be pretty sad. wouldn't it?
Mariana, Florida. You get on I-10, and I-10 takes you.
You got to get on the Florida Turnpike, don't you?
Yeah, the 75.
Are we going to have to pay any money? Do I need to
Yeah,
get some?
you better have
Yeah,
some
it's
money.
a toll. Yeah.
So I need to get a couple bucks for the toll or some coins.
But I think
Somebody told me you have a lot of coins, man. So you ought to be good.
I'm not using any of my silver coins.
Oh God,
That's the real stuff.
well,
Of course, Bill Rice also we want to mention has two rock wallers and two Doberman pinchers and also a great security.
I don't have any of
anybody
that.
out there
well,
I have all
he
my- I have
wants
all-
people out there to not come.
No,
to
I
rob
have
your
I have
house.
all my silver coins stored at a company that has safes.
Yeah, we just know you're mentioning to everybody out there in the world you're going to be out of town for about.
Well, let me tell you this: you
Well, I
pay.
actually do. I mean, there is all my silver is in a storage facility that's far from Troy, Alabama.
I know. Now, who do we hand these to? We need to run a copy of them.
Steve Camp, I thought was picking these. I sent mine to Steve.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
let's leave them with Steve, and then we'll see as after the first weekend
That's right.
who is looking best.
we'll give them to Steve, and Steve already got a bracket in too. Danny Lee, you need to get your bracket in, and you got a chance to win $100.
Well, you've heard Mike Amos. Everybody, listen. Get your bracket. Just bring your bracket down here by 11 o'clock this morning, and
Then
put your name on it, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
you on the show, and you'll have
Yeah.
a chance to win.
And I also have a box number, box 527, Troy, Alabama 36081. you can send it to that.
Yeah, as long as it's posted by
That's
today.
right. That's
we'll
right. Posted by today.
Well, say that. That's a good way to do it. Tell them again.
Yeah. All right. It's Post Office Box 527, and that needs to be in by the first game. 11 o'clock. The first game.
Well, you need to mail it by.
Mail it by.
Oh, somebody could really. We'll use the honor system because somebody could actually mail it this afternoon after they've seen the results of the first round games.
They could have. Yeah.
But I don't think anybody would do that.
No, surely they wouldn't over something like that. But I know.
Or bring it to Troy Cable, or bring it to Troy Cable Studios and just leave it with Steve.
We got Danny Lee out there looking straight at us. He's gonna be tough to beat.
Everybody can print out their own brackets and just fill them out all the way to the final game.
Yeah. Hope you've enjoyed this. This is these brackets are something, and it's almost impossible. Now, wouldn't you say this? It's almost impossible to go
hit every one of them. I don't think anybody ever done it.
I don't think it is either.
Statistically, it would be one in a billion to be able to do that.
Whoa, gosh! I didn't realize it would be that much. Oh, hey, look!
I'll tell you what. I have never heard.
Are we gonna do this for $1 billion?
I have never heard of one person getting every pick in the bracket right in the history of brackets. I mean, to run it all the way through.
I didn't realize how white my hair is. Can you believe that? This brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram Trucks.
What color was your hair when you were 17?
Red.
Really?
Like yours. Mine was as red as yours or more.
You're kidding.
Yes, sir. I was a redhead. Most all of my girls, I got a lot of girlfriends out there. They can call and tell you, including my wife. I had curly red hair. Now, I still could very easily have curly hair if I wanted to. But this has been fun this morning. But of course, when you
a lot of people are doing.
When you like me, you got you're in trouble. I want to mention C-Spire this morning. They own Troy Cable now. We appreciate them. Express Oil Change, and that's the best place in town to get your oil change and get it done. Have you checked your oil and you got your car ready?
My wife did.
Please tell me you're not going to put anything on top of your car, are you?
No, but that's how are we going to load up all this stuff we have?
Well,
it's going to take some ingenuity and figuring out because
this is a true story.
But we are leaving to that. That you get Forrest or somebody to come in next week.
Yeah.
I'm
going
to be gone Monday through Friday.
We'll have somebody come in, and you can call in, just say hello if you want to.
Okay.
Now, let me say this. I tried to carry some clothes up top of my car one time.
How'd it go?
Well, one place told me that I lost a shirt. Then I lost a couple of pairs of underwear and T-shirts, and then another one. I was blowing Mike, you remember that? Mike, I don't know if he's still there now.
He called too.
But I had all kinds of problems with my overhead container that was carrying off
blowing out. Your clothes were blowing out everywhere.
I lost about half the.
I would not even begin to know how to even use those things. You've got to have those little tie things.
That's right. I wouldn't know now, and I definitely didn't know later.
But people use them, and they come in handy if you got a lot of stuff.
Let me just say this. For you and your family, you could not go to a better fun place. And Jackson's going to be running wild. You better keep your eye on him all the time. And
he'll probably get tired, won't he?
But I tell you, they'll get ready to go to sleep, but get up early and have fun. Now, one thing I've always heard, and I, by going myself, is the fireworks at the end of the day is spectacular. So you're going to have to keep them up at least that late. Mm-hmm. But I got an idea Jackson's going to be up to 2 o'clock probably,
Yeah, the fireworks, and they have them at different parks. And now they have these things where it's park fireworks, and then they project images on buildings. Like at the Epcot Center, it's supposed to be really impressive. And then at the Epcot Center, they're also having a fall flower show while we're down there. So
I'll tell you, and I know you'll get there.
Flowers are supposed to be really pretty.
You need to visit the main place first and get that done, and then go to those other places.
That's the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, the Magic Kingdom. Their parade is where you want to go to too. That's big, I think. you know, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and all of them will be there. Say hello. Say hello.
I'm gonna
to
say Mike Amos. Well, when I see Mickey,
Donald Duck.
I'm gonna say Mike Amos says hello, and he'll know you.
I was a bigger fan of Donald Duck than I was of
Mickey's he's not too funny, is he?
But you know, Mickey is on everything. Mickey, probably the logo of Mickey Mouse is probably the
Most familiar.
maybe the top 10 logo in the world. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you know who created Mickey Mouse, don't you?
Who?
Walt Disney.
Walt created Mickey.
Walt Disney. I've got his biography. I haven't finished it, but he was a cartoonist or an illustrator, and he created the little cartoon of Mickey Mouse, and he made an early animated picture. One of the first animated, might be the first animated movie, is a little short of Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. I've got that wonderful. We ordered it. I've got that whole of them playing it as an orchestra. Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and all that. It's one of the cutest things I've ever seen at Christmas. But
he somehow went from his own character to. He got into he did the first big color animated movie, which I want to say was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
I would think so. Yeah.
And that turned his life around, and the rest was history.
You know, if you think about it, of course, you know, a lot of things are going to be expensive, but at the same time, you're doing the right thing by staying inside the perimeter, you know, of Disney World. And boy, you're gonna ride those trams and all that, and you'll see they've got a wildlife area too.
You're right. You know it.
Just over the years, and
well, it'll be interesting to see what I've heard about, and then what lived up to the hype, and what I thought was maybe overrated. We've been watching a lot of videos. There are people that do nothing but go to Disney and give people that are going tips on. See that they rank the different rides, and they rank the restaurants, and they say this is probably a little overrated, and this is not. This is worth an hour wait in line.
Yeah.
But so we've been watching all these videos, and some of them are real. The people that do the videos are really clever and charming.
Okay, let's remember tonight. Now we need to get your kids. They get in free, and I'm sure there's going to be some popcorn giveaways and probably some hot dogs
6
and
o'clock.
good prices on all that. It starts at 6. I'd recommend you get there at 5 o'clock and have a good time and mingle with the crowd and get ready for a good basketball game against the University of Alabama and the Troy University Trojans. And of course, I know everybody's excited.
First round of the NIT.
About playing Alabama in the first round of the WH.
Win and you keep playing, lose, and it's what? Pack up.
You're gone for the season. But you know what a great thing you can say about this season is that you played Alabama for the first time in Troy ever. You know,
that's history.
So that'd be really good. Of course, we played them in baseball here, but in football and basketball, we never played them in Troy.
This is history that's taking place tonight.
And
I hope people from Montgomery and Ozark and stuff come up and drive up.
Well, I've got a friend of mine that already called in, wanted to sit with me at the game tonight, and I think we've got it set up, and I'm excited about it. I think
we'll be here tomorrow morning and can talk about it, and we can talk about these first round. Auburn is playing. Alabama and Auburn play tomorrow. They don't open today, so we don't have to worry about Alabama and Auburn in the NCAA.
And, let me tell you this about Alabama. I think if they come out shooting like they can shoot with those three great outside shooters, they could cause problems for a lot of teams.
They could beat anybody in the tournament. Yeah.
And Auburn, we're feeling like Auburn did not play well down the stretch, but here's the time you got to play well when it all counts. And I think they're a good rebounding team with a big 7-footer. And then if they're shooting well, they can play with anybody in the country.
This 6'10" wing forward they have is one of the best players in America.
Yeah. Again, we appreciate all our sponsors, Troy Bank and Trust Company. The only bank you'll ever need is Troy Bank and Trust Company. Lawrence Hardware, our good friends there. And, of course, want to mention two Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks on the bypass there again, having another tremendous sale. Remember, Nobody beats a premier deal. Nobody.
Go Trojans! Beat
Go
Bama.
Trojans tonight. Be there now. Be there
6
tonight
o'clock.
at the Trojan Arena.
Should be fun.
Yeah, it will be.
It's an experience you can remember. Steve's on the phone silently.
Yeah, we'll go through our.
Well, this gives us more chance.
Appreciate Express oil change this morning.
You know, there's not many sporting events that you say, I was there and I always remember it. I think if you were at the Alabama-Troy basketball game and Troy beat Alabama in the NIT tournament, you and your family would always remember
That's
that.
right, no question about it. I've already signed mine. Have you sent over yours yet?
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to do it now?
I have my degree of confidence.
Look how neat. Bill Rice Jr.
Don't ask me why. I picked Arizona to win it all.
I can understand why, because their record was 31
well, they're number
and
1
3,
seed.
or 30. Yeah, exactly. And they're always good. Arizona.
All right. Well, Steve said we can go off now.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Big selection. Over 140 pre-owned vehicles. And big, really big deals. It's the big sale. Only at Premier.com. From Montgomery to Dothan. The best used car prices are at Premier. Save thousands during our spring break sale. Nobody beats a Premier deal. Nobody.
Montgomery, get ready for WWE Saturday Night's main event. The Women of Raw take center stage as big-time Becks, the EST, and the Nightmare collide for the Raw Women's Championship. Plus,
I am a revolutionary.